Thank you very much. So who was expecting somebody bigger? I went to my first job interview and it had on my CV that I was an Australian powerlifting champion, and the first thing they said when I walked in the door was, "We were expecting somebody bigger." So today I'm going to talk to you about the 10-minute exercise program that we do here. When I first came along to this environment and I heard the idea of a 10-minute exercise program, I had a little bit of an ego, and I went, come on, 10 minutes, what's that going to do? I used to spend 2 hours in the gym. And then I kind of put my ego in my pocket for a second and went, well, I spent 2 hours in the gym. As a powerlifter, you do about 10 seconds of very intense exercise, and then, for me, 10 minutes was my rest. So, when I came along here, and one of the personal trainers got us to jump up and down and try and touch the ceiling, and it was a little bit higher ceiling than this one, and my competitive side came out, and I was giving it my best shot, and actually put my finger through. But just doing that for 30 seconds, I was huffing and puffing, and going, well, actually, there's something to this. So I went home the next day and tried it myself, and I just felt really good. Because I'd retired from lifting again, and I hadn't done anything for about a whole year, and I noticed what I was missing was the exercise from my life. So when I started doing that again on a daily basis, that's when I started enjoying life again, and just found myself a lot happier too. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I'm not sure if any of you have heard of Maslow's hierarchy of exercise. You've probably heard of his hierarchy of needs. This one's a little less well known. And so with the idea with his hierarchy of needs is to move up through the levels. And we have the same thing here with exercise. So you've got to meet people where they're at. If you're someone that's never done anything other than sit on the couch and breathe, then we just want to go on one little level. And you've all got sitting down breathing covered pretty well. So the next step is just to get out there and start walking. And that's pretty simple. Try and do 10,000 steps a day. And if you can handle that, and you've started doing some exercise, the 10-minute exercise program, the 10-minute total body breakthrough, that's a good next step. Okay? And we've had people here that have been doing that for quite a while, and they're getting great results, and they say, well, what can I do next? And so there's plenty of personal trainers out there. We have some great ones here that come and speak for us on a regular basis. Hook up with one of them and say, look, I want to go to the next level. And for the rare few, there's the elite athlete there. Now, I put that up there because who's ever looked at somebody who's successful in any area, whether it be in sport or business or relationships, and you go, well, I couldn't do that, they're so great. But they had to start somewhere too. They didn't start up there. I didn't start up there in powerlifting. I just volunteered for a 12-week strength training program, and at the end of the 12 weeks, the coach, who's now the Brisbane Broncos strength coach, he basically said, look, you've done really well, we've got a competition coming up, it's the Australian University Championships, you should go in it. And I laughed and went, yeah, right, you're kidding me. And he goes, no, it's in weight divisions, you compete against people your own size. I'm like, oh, okay, not too bad. And then I had a look at the results from the year before. And I went, no, I'm not doing that. Because the guy that had won had lifted huge weights for what I thought were huge weights. And so I thought, well, what's the point in competing against that? No way I'm going to beat him. But luckily the coach just said, well, look, forget about him, he's not even going to be there, he's going to be at the World Juniors, just try and do a little bit better in 2 weeks' time than you did today. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And I'm so glad that he encouraged me and pushed me that little bit, because that competition got me hooked on powerlifting, and as Michael said, in 3 years I was the best junior lifter. So, just start, And it's the one thing that my journey in powerlifting taught me was that it's amazing what you can achieve if you just start and you just keep going and keep doing these daily actions. It's amazing what you can do. So today, I'm going to give you all an opportunity to start doing the 10-minute exercise program. There's going to be an easy version, which you can do basically sitting in your seat, so you can stay where you are. And for those that are up for it, there's the more challenging version, which you might need to get up and find some space. Okay, so just a little overview of what the 10-minute exercise program is. We've got 4 minutes of high energy aerobic activity. So it's basically getting the heart rate up. So you're doing some heavy breathing at the end of that, not just at the end. We'll do both legs and upper body to give you some variety. Resistance training, 3 minutes of that. So we do 3 different exercises: legs, chest, back, core, which is your stomach muscles for stability, and the last one is just stretching and deep breathing. And if you have done the first 4 minutes hard, you'll be deep breathing the whole way. My personality type, if you know the personality type, so I'm Fleg, which is, some people think Flegs are lazy. I think Flegs are green, which basically means we're energy efficient. So if we're going to spend 10 minutes doing some exercise, it's going to be exercise that's going to get you, great results for just that 10 minutes. So we'll be working in large muscle groups so that you'll get, lots of muscle that is working out, and so that will help you keep your metabolism up as you're going through the rest of the day. And I personally do it first thing in the morning. And there's plenty of times where I wake up and even me, I look in the mirror and go, I had a late night, don't feel like it. But if I just start and I just say to myself, look, I'll just do the first 4 minutes. And if I get the first 4 minutes done, generally, I'll do the whole thing. And I feel so much better for it as well. I'm more alive, I'm more awake, don't need coffee, because you've already got your heart rate up and the adrenaline's kicked in and you're alive. So I think first thing in the morning is the best way to go. So for those that want to do the more difficult option, you can get up and find some space. For the rest of you, if you've got any knee problems, ankle problems, any injuries, or you've never done this before, take the easy option, just take it all at your own pace. But those that have done it plenty of times and want to go for it, get up. So the first one is going to be, if we're doing the easy option, just stay in your seat. You just do the first 30 seconds of just marching slowly, and then I'll start my little timer here. For the 30-second interval timer, it's going to beep at us every 30 seconds. So just start doing this slowly, and when the beeper goes off, you can start doing it running on the spot. So if you're sitting down, just do it in your seat and just go faster. So yeah, you can see on the video what you do when the beeper goes off. Got 5 seconds. Go. Yes, ahead. Okay, so that's 30 seconds. You can just go nice and slowly now, or get a drink of water. Okay, 5 seconds. Go. Okay, so that's your legs. You can stop marching now. Just take a break for 30 seconds. And when the beeper goes off again, we'll do what I call boxing or reverse boxing. So as well as having a powerful forward stroke, you get a powerful back stroke, like you're elbowing someone behind you. That way you move your chest and your back at the same time. Yeah, go. This is the fast one. Okay, so you have a 30-second break, and we'll do it again.
Is that air conditioning on?
So you notice this first 4 minutes gets you really going. And if, 3 seconds, go. Okay. Okay, well done. Okay, so that's the 4 minutes of the aerobic exercise. The next is the resistance. So
I was resisting that.
you're resisting that? Okay, we've got squats as the exercise for your legs. Now you can either do moving ones like we have on the screen, but if you're still huffing and puffing like I am, then you can just do a static squat hold.
Yep.
So you go down to a squat, and we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, go. And if 30 seconds is too short for you, you can hold it for the whole minute. Yeah, that's 30 seconds. If you want a break, you can have a break. I want to stay here. Okay. The next one, we're going to do a chest. Now, you can either, it's not moving. You can either do push-ups. Yeah, let's get back one. Now do push-ups. Well, the other option that we're going to do for the easy one is to just take a seat. Pause that. So I'll grab a seat myself so I can demonstrate this. So the easy option, just sit in your seat, put your hands on here, or just, and pretend you're pushing on something. So it's going to be a static hold. So put your hands on the seat and just try and push the seat forward. And you do that for 30 seconds. So those that want to do the push-ups, you can do the push-ups. You can do ladies push-ups, yes. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, so that's your push-ups. So we've done your legs, your chest, and the next is to do your back. Now, seated rows, you can get resistance bands, but we haven't got any of those. So what I teach people to do without any resistance bands is just to do a static hold again. So you're going to do a bicep curl, and then squeeze your shoulders back, and you hold that for 30 seconds. And you can do this as easy or as hard as you like. It's all in your control. That's 15 seconds. Squeeze the last few seconds. Okay, so that's now your back. The next one is to do the core. Actually, this is another option that you can do if you want to do a more advanced option for your back, is chin-ups. We won't do that today. The next one is core. So the difficult option is what's on the screen. And the easy option is just stay seated in your seat. The real easy option is just lift one leg off the ground. You can hold that for 30 seconds and then switch legs. The other option is just to lift both legs off and do that. So do whichever option you want.
Shoes on your groin.
And because this one's 2 minutes, we're going to do 2 cycles of this. So you can have a 30-second break. Or if it's too easy for you, you can just hold it the whole way through. Okay, so that's the first 30 seconds. And if you didn't get enough of a back workout with that squeeze, you can do one of those again. Okay, so that's a minute. You can have a break for 30 seconds and you do it again. And you notice with the easy options here, you can do a lot of it sitting in your seat. So sometimes, if I only get the first 4 minutes done at home, then I'll do the next lot of it just in the office when I get there reading my emails. Just like lift your legs off for 30 seconds. Oh yeah, man. Engineering emails. Okay, so the last 30 seconds. And if you want to, you can also do a chest press at the same time. So just imagine that you're pressing something, squeeze the chest muscles and squeeze the triceps. Just for those that like multitasking. Okay, so that's the core. The last one is stretching and deep breathing. So this one, there's a whole bunch of different things you can do. I'm just going to do stretching your iliotibial band. And put one leg across and push it out to the side. And if you want to stretch your back and neck at the same time, you can do that. So the idea is you should feel it stretching down this side here. Okay, so swap sides. You should feel that stretching down on the outside there. And if you're doing the neck as well. Okay, so congratulations on... So now you've all done the 10-minute exercise program at least once. And I like that Michael mentioned taking responsibility at the start, because now it's your responsibility to decide whether you want to go home and continue doing this in your own time. And another point on responsibility that I like, when I was competing, SADA used to come and give us talks. SADA is the Australian Sports Anti-Doping Authority. So they were talking to us about drugs in sport. And they would often come and speak to us before the national titles, and one day they said, look, we have it's a no excuses kind of policy. You are responsible for everything that is in your body, whether you know how it got there or not. And I think that's a good philosophy for life. It's like you start, the next topic is nutrition. Get educated around nutrition so that you can take responsibility of what's going into your mouth. After that, we have mindset. Get educated around that so you can take responsibility for what's going into your head. So, thank you very much. I'd like to leave you with the thought that success doesn't happen in a day, but it does happen daily. Thank you.